everyone, welcome to my channel and my very first video, which also happens to be my entry for the NYX Face Awards India 2018. I was greatly inspired by the bright colors, vibrancy, beauty and the meaning that our national bird holds for us. I present to you the Peacock Queen in all its regal glory. Starting with the headdress, I wanted this to be huge, royal and mimic a peacock dancing. For that I took a piece of cardboard and cut a semicircle towards the bottom in the center. This is where my head would go. Taking an envelope to help with the measurements, I cut the cardboard with the help of this guideline. Since it fell short towards the end, I added extra cardboard to make up for it. Because I wanted the ends to be slightly lifted and not so flat, I measured them and cut them as shown. I took a headband, stretched it with the help of my phone so that it would sit snug on my head and hot glued it to the cardboard. I mixed 1 part of glue and 2 parts of water. Use this paste to start sticking pieces of kitchen roll onto the cardboard. This serves 2 purposes. First, to make the headdress steady, and second, to get a clean white canvas. Circles and painted them with a light green color, rimmed them with a darker green and painted the center with gold. With these I wanted to mimic the shiny green feathers towards the bottom of a peacock's tail. Since the crown is representative of a peacock spreading its feathers and dancing, I wanted to add this element. Because I will stick peacock feathers and all other elements on the cardboard, to avoid blank white spaces from showing, I painted the headdress roughly in patches of blue, green and a very dark brown. I also sprinkled a little glitter, which is pretty much covered anyways, but oh well, it made me happy. Then I started sticking down the peacock feathers from the center and fanned out. Decided to do 2 rows of the feathers and 3 of the painted gota circles, which I also cut in halves for better placement. Incomplete without tons of jewels, I stuck these rainbow stones all along the headdress. Also took 4 different types of chains and stuck them along the sides so that they look like a veil. That's me, waving awkwardly. Anyways, I decided to curl my hair to somewhat match the volume of the headdress, sprayed them in place and glued my brows, because we don't want them for this look. Powdered the glue, concealed the brows and powdered them again. I painted on these white squiggly lines to mimic a peacock's eyes and also to map the area where I need to add the details. This look is all about the details. Just by the way guys, matching both the sides was a task. I had to redo the other side so many times. Anyways, I drew squiggly lines towards the bottom as well. No particular design, just whatever I found aesthetically pleasing. I also set this water activated body paint with a white eyeshadow by NYX called Whipped Cream. Ultimate Brights palette by NYX. First adding a mustard eyeshadow towards the bottom of the white squiggle and blending that into the royal blue shade from the NYX palette. This will make a slight olivey green shade. Blending the royal blue into the darkest blue shadow from the palette. To intensify the exaggerated crease, I took blue body paint mixed with a bit of black and traced the exaggerated crease and blended this with the dark blue shade from the palette. Used a concealer to clean up below this area and set that with a compact because I wanted a very clean negative space. Again, all about those crisp lines and the details. If the lines are not crisp, my OCD starts acting up. No jokes. Trace the lid with the same body paint mix, leaving a negative space, and blended the body paint a bit towards the center to get that halo effect. Blended this into a metallic blue and popped a metallic green towards the center. I repeated the steps mentioned for the semicircle but now in a triangle-ish shape. Lash line with the same body paint mix and smudged that with the dark blue shade from the NYX palette and transitioned it into the royal blue shade from the NYX palette and transitioned that into the mustard. Of course, this color scheme is keeping in sync with the colors of a peacock. Next, I applied foundation and set that with powder. I took a makeup sponge and dripped the edges so that I could stamp on the texture. I used blue body paint for this and also a green eyeshadow to create a gradient. And I did this on my cheekbones as well as my forehead. Used a very light green towards the center of the forehead. Activated body paint and painted on a neck corset, which of course covers the neck and slight sides of the face. I look like a superhero right now, but stay with me, we will drive this home. I chose this shape to help with the feather placement later. Shaded the edges with a darker body paint and also drew a line along the center to mimic the seam. I shaded only on one side and also the areas which are away. Again, we want texture, so I did the same sponge trick, applied it in various areas using green and blue shadows. I kept the lighter shadows towards the front and the darker shadows towards the back to create a gradient effect. I also sponged a little over the sides of my face where the corset ends so that it looks like lace or something. Then I stuck on peacock feathers along the guide, Fill the blank areas with body paint and stamp the texture. Because all queens need to be adorned with jewels, I took these rainbow stones and customized a forehead piece, sticking every stone one by one. Stuck the small ones in the negative space on the eyes as well, and did a customized placement on the chin as well to make that look like a piece of the corset and to balance everything out. I decided to stick the stones randomly on one half of the corset to give an asymmetrical look. Line the waterline with a black kohl. Also line the lash line very thinly with a black gel liner. Curl the lashes, applied mascara, and I also applied metallic blue lashes on the top and black silver lashes on the bottom. Applied a teal blue lipstick and decided to do some lip art, so again stuck these tiny stones filling in the upper lip. This was quite a tedious process. These stones kept sticking to my fingers, but I think it was worth it in the end. I highlighted the cheekbones, tip of the nose, cupid's bow, and the inner corners of the eyes with a mix of green and blue highlighter. Painted the hands and arms with blue body paint and sponged on the texture again. Also stuck peacock feathers on the hand and got the headdress in place, and we are done with the look. It was definitely time consuming and very detail oriented and required a lot of patience, but so worth everything. Like I mentioned on my Instagram, I had to do this a second time because the first time around my camera bailed out on me after I had completed. The headdress took me 6 hours to make and the look took me 7 to 8 hours to complete. My best wishes to all the fellow participants. Please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up if you liked my look. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time. Bye guys.